No! Look! Oh my god, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's the first time that I've said that in a long while. Now you know how much on classified captures we love our Sasquatch footage, Bigfoot footage, anything to do with the big guy. Why don't we take a look and see what we got going on? Okay, so this first video was recorded by a lady called Jamie outside of her house in front of a car. Supposedly some ghostly silhouette or something.
They were going out for a walk when they see this. A mother named Jamie captured a haunting video from her front entrance security camera while her husband went outside for a walk with their 3-month-old daughter later in the night. For just a second, in the corner of his eye, he sees the silhouette of someone in front of their driveway. As the man looks at his cameras to see who that was, he makes a horrifying discovery. Like something from a nightmare, the figure of a crooked woman is seen standing in front of their house. At the same moment, he saw something while leaving the house. Now, the figure's only visible for a split second. As Jamie shows, it suddenly appears. Then, it's gone. From finding their daughter's toys turning on their own to seeing this figure visiting them. Could this sighting have something to do with their recent newborn? Let me know what you believe.
If that was real in any shape or form, it wouldn't just be a flicker like some kind of weird on-off button that was just pressed or something like that. You know, I personally think that this is, it's just a little bit too good to be true. I don't understand why that would have anything to do with a newborn. But you guys tell me, what do you think? Take a good look at this. Would you continue eating it if you found this in your food? No, I wouldn't. But what exactly are we looking at right now? Well, the truth is we've got no idea. This image was uploaded online by a page that was sharing weird things that people had found in their fast foods and meals they'd bought from restaurants. As usual, the internet is divided on this. Some think it's pork with eyelashes on it, and that's to say pig meat that was not well prepared. If you know anything about pigs, you know that eating their meat when it's not well prepared is a death wish. Not everyone buys this convenient explanation, though. There are some in the paranormal community who think this might be actual human meat. Take a look at this comment, for instance. There are also some who believe she's onto something. There are also those who think this is basically an open secret at this point. Personally, I have no evidence to prove or disprove this statement, so I'm going to remain neutral. But what do you guys think? Interesting picture, wouldn't you agree? It looks like it was taken during low light when people were going home after some sort of gathering. I know what you're thinking. What gathering was it? Well, that's why I'm showing it to you. That's the thing, there was no gathering. This image was captured by a trail camera in a spot where there should have been no humans. In fact, there are no humans near where this trail camera was fixed, which makes the capture confusing and scary for the owner. He then uploaded it online, asking if anyone could explain what was going on with the camera. There are many opinions, but before we get to them, am I the only one who thinks this looks like a soldier to the left and a young woman, their early 30s with her 3 children? If the report from the owner is to be believed, then these are likely to be spirits or interdimensional beings. Well, at least that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Some in the community, however, believe they might be lost souls from the colonial times. I get why they'd think that, but what did you say? Okay, this next piece of footage comes from a supermarket, and I'm not sure which part of the world this is in, but it's got something to do with the leg. Let's have a look.
То самое чувство, когда идешь мимо магазина мяса и видишь вот такую ногу, и думаешь...
There's no way that that is a human leg sitting in a supermarket butcher's aisle. The police would be all over it. Surely this has got to be AI. Surely it's got to be AI.
This is human, yes, boy? Human.
Human.
Pakistan,
Who cares if it's Pakistan?
Ага, пакистанцы, нормально.
No. This has got to be AI. There's no way that they would sell this in a supermarket. The police would be all over the place. It'd be closed down. That guy wouldn't even get to say what he was saying inside the supermarket. So I'm out of here. You tell me what you think. Now, it's been a while since we spoke about glitches, so take a good look at this clip. Do you see anything strange? No? Well, let's do a second take. How about now? Anything? No? Well, reverse it again, but a bit slower this time round. Jerry, do me a favor and do that. Oh, Jerry, by the way, is the name of the video editor. He's sitting by me right now. Did you catch that? Did that man look like he was glitching into the bridge? Or there's no other way to explain what we're seeing. While some have accepted the fact that the man is indeed stuck in the wall, a few others think that this is an AI clip that's being passed off as a real occurrence. Well, you've seen the clip, so you tell me what you think. Now this next video is about an underground tunnel that a bunch of people found. I'm not sure what we're gonna see, quite frankly.
The elites have secret tunnels all over the world. Check this out, y'all.
Oh, there's a door! I didn't
This
see
is the
that
most
before.
random place to have a tunnel.
No, man, that's too small. And it's wet. I mean...
The question is, what are they doing in these tunnels? Or where do they lead to?
First and foremost, if there was going to be any kind of elite tunnel anywhere, I don't believe for 1 second that Donald Trump, Macron, Keir Starmer, any of these guys are going to be wandering down like this in rat-infested tunnels and stuff like that. If they've got all the money in the world, they're going to be building billion-dollar tunnels that cars can go through and everything like that. There's absolutely no way that a tunnel like that would be built just for the 1% elite. I personally don't know what it's for, but let's carry on watching anyway. But you get my drift, right?
The elites have secret tunnels all over the world, y'all. People go missing in the forest all the time. Maybe, just maybe,
Yeah, the elites have tunnels all over the world, y'all. And you're quite right, they probably do, but this ain't gonna be one of them. I mean, come on, you gotta agree with me, right? There's no way you're gonna get Donald Trump crawling on his knees in a tunnel like this to get what? To get what? That's all I gotta say about that, but you tell me what you think. So this guy was just looking into his mirror some days ago when he realized something. There was something or someone else looking back at him. Naturally, he freaked out, and once he did, whoever or whatever it was staring back at him, left. Scared, he shared this with family members and even external platforms, hoping someone could help him make sense of what he was seeing. Many accused him of faking the video till older members of the community started telling the rest that this was likely very real, and the young man created the situation he found himself in. How, you ask? Well, see the placement of these mirrors. Well, according to the old folks, putting mirrors across each other like that can open gateways and rifts to other dimensions. According to them, that's exactly what happened in the clip you watched. Sounds intriguing, but what do you other guys have to say about it?
What the hell?
Okay, next we got a guy that's working in a warehouse that looks like he got pulled down an aisle by a poltergeist and things being pushed out everywhere. So let's take a look and I'll see what I think. Okay. And look at these boxes here. It's like they get pushed. That wasn't drag, man. That was pushed. Nah. I'm sorry. As much as this footage looks grainy and like it's come from some CCTV camera, this is edited footage, man. I'm telling you that right now. But you tell me what you think. What do you suppose would happen to trees in very cold temperatures? Had they frozen, right? So what are we seeing headlines of exploding trees all around Minnesota due to cold? Well, that doesn't make sense, right? I mean, look at these trees in the clip. They're exploding, aren't they? So what exactly is going on? Well, one of my team said witchcraft, jovially, but that was met with extreme criticism from he who must not be named, and we haven't mentioned him for a while, but I think you guys remember Julius. Yeah, that guy. According to him, the trees might be exploding, but not in the way we think. During extreme cold, the water inside a tree freezes and expands, creating intense pressure within the trunk until the wood suddenly cracks or splits, producing a loud bang that sounds like an explosion. So yeah, they are exploding, but not exactly exploding. Does that make sense?
There's no way my tree exploded. What? I didn't think that shit was true.
Okay, now we got a smiling doggy. Now we're talking. Now we're getting onto the kind of clips that I like. Let's have a look. Oh, he's so cute. So cute. That's what dogs look like when they smile, man. There's nothing satanic about this. Forget the music and all the rest of it. Look at that little pooch. Oh, I just want to scratch your little tummy. He's beautiful. Nah, that's all I gotta say about that. That's just a beautiful little doggy. Oh, now this next clip has always baffled me slightly. I've seen this before. There's actually a film based on this exact clip that you're watching. But this is about a guy called Al Bielek, who was a mysterious man who claims he was on the USS Eldridge during the Philadelphia experiment and jumped off the ship only to be transported to another time. Now, this is interesting, right? Because there was a lot of stuff that was hidden about this stuff, and even when they did the film, they tried to ban it. So, this is interesting, but we could go down all sorts of rabbit holes about this whole clip, but let's just watch it and see what's what, okay? All right.
How did this man travel 800 years into the future? In 1943, an experiment called the Philadelphia Project
Eldridge, not
in
Elbridge.
the attempt to use Einstein's unified field theory to make the USS Eldridge invisible. However, things went wrong, and the warship started phasing in and out of time. The survivor, Al Bielek, and his brother Duncan jumped overboard for safety. When they awoke, they found themselves being treated in a hospital for radiation burns in the year 2137, where he reported that a climate catastrophe had already altered the world, and in the wake of World War III, the U.S. is no more. Subsequently, he was pulled further into the future to the year 2749, where he lived for 2 years, reporting yet again that there was peace on Earth, as everyone lived in mobile floating cities, controlled by a super AI robot. He was then pulled back to his original timeline, where he eventually worked on the Montauk Project. But even though the government has disavowed it, the question we should be asking is...
So we're in a situation right now where, even if we're not 800 years in the future, we understand what's going on. Who knows when World War III is going to start? If it's ever going to happen, God praise the Lord, it won't. But back to this, I mean, I personally think it's possible. I really do. There's been more than one time travel story. Just my take on it. Anyway, on to the next one. I've shown you guys a lot of creepy crawlies over the years, but I'm pretty sure you vividly remember what's on your screen. I shared this in one of the recent episodes, and it was from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I need to go back and look. Well, now take a look at this particular one that was taken in Danville, Virginia. Now, I'm no expert observer, but those things look eerily similar, don't they? Well, the main difference between the two would be size. The one from Danville does appear to be smaller than the one from Carolina, but that's beside the point. What are these things, and why are they showing up in different places, and should we be worried? Okay, on to the next video.
Look at his location. Name is Gilman. I'm going to show you right now.
I mean, it's definitely not natural. These are not natural clouds, and there's no way that these amount of planes are crisscrossing each other, and like from airports and... I'm gonna pause this for a second. We must have scientists on this channel, right? You gotta have some guys here that can give us an idea of what this stuff really is, because I'm kind of hovering.
Normal weather. 45 minutes ago. And this one. About 15 minutes ago. And look at that. Lo and behold. The black plane started spraying as well.
What is why a black plane?
Definitely in Escondido. Haze, as you can see, it's prevalent right there. And then it stops. There's nothing after. That's about 45 minutes ago. This is about an hour and 30 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I gotta say it's weird. I don't understand.
East and west, so that kind of discredits the wind theory, doesn't it? You would think. There he is over there. And you'll notice, look at his location. Same as the Alaska flight.
Yeah, that's just, the whole place has just become like a fog. Okay, I've seen enough of this. Yeah, we got to have some scientists on this channel, surely, Can someone tell me? Comments, please. Who knows the name of the dinosaur on your screen? If you do, well, this is your time to shine. Type its name in the comment section. As interesting a prehistoric giant as that thing is, we're not here to learn about it. Instead, pay attention to the clip. The lady filming is trying to show off how big this thing is. She starts recording just underneath it, walks away while still recording, and that's when it happens. The creature moves its head. Did you notice that? Well, this is giving me Night at the Museum vibes, but that can't be right. This is real life. I mean, many who saw it felt the same, but here we have the evidence staring right at us. A few in the community believe it's AI, but the lady herself insists it's the real deal. Well, you've seen it with your eyes, so what do you think?
Well, that's a little disconcerting. That thing is huge. Imagine trying to run away from that. No thanks, Jurassic Park. Gee.
Apparently we got some kind of new creation, bound to be AI or something that can read your thoughts and your dreams. Well, let's have a look and see.
They have a new invention now, and this invention can actually capture your thoughts and play it back in full color video.
No. This ain't gonna work. Do you know why this isn't gonna work? You have those thoughts in your head if your boss is in front of you and he's chewing you off a strip and you just think, I just want to throw him out of the window. Now, if this is real and they saw your thoughts whilst that was happening, what are they going to do? Are they going to think you're actually going to do it and come and get you and be like, no, we got to arrest this guy before he does this? It's not going to work. How can this work?
If you remember the movie Minority Report, where they had future crime, and they can see if you're gonna do something.
It's not gonna work.
Before you did it, and to come lock you up. Well, they have the future crime machine already. It's already made. It's already made. And they have another one that can scan your thoughts while you're asleep and replay your dreams like an actual movie in full color. That's where we're going now. That's where we're going.
This ain't gonna work. That's just my own opinion. This ain't gonna work because everybody has those dark thoughts in their heads. What makes you different from your average person is if you act on them. We all can tell that's no creature you're gonna find in a zoo, yeah? Well, so where did it come from then? Well, imagine living on a quiet farm miles from major roads with barely any cell service. Same routine every day until one night, something changes. After dusk, soft tapping starts at the farmhouse windows. Not violent, just patient. Inside, an unspoken dread settles in. Around the same time, food left out for the family dog begins vanishing. No tracks, no torn bags, no signals of animals. The farm no longer feels empty. It feels watched. Then late one night, strange noises come from the barn. Subtle shuffling near the horse stalls. The farmer grabs a flashlight and his phone and goes to investigate. That's when he sees it. What looks like a small, young humanoid crouched beside a feed bin. Thin, pale, elongated features, large reflective eyes. It doesn't act aggressively. When approached, it retreats, hesitant, almost curious, more lost than threatening. The next morning, unmarked vehicles arrive. The people inside claim to be game wardens and fish and game officials, but there are no logos, no paperwork. They head straight to the barn, retrieve what they call a specimen, confiscate the farmer's footage, and leave without explanation. No news, no reports, no follow-up, just silence. But here's the part they did not expect. The farmer had kept extra footage hidden, and when the unseen evidence finally leaked, everything changed. Well, at least I'd love to believe that. Some in the community believe this is real, and again, some think it's AI. So which side are you on? So I came across a news article that read, "Cell tower above. Schools shut down as 8 school children diagnosed with cancer." Even though I couldn't find this exact claim backed up by any major credible news source, it honestly scared me a bit. And probably for good reason. We all know how common cell towers are now, especially around schools, but the real question is, are they actually dangerous? What's fueling the fear is that this isn't an isolated concern. Parents in places like California and Missouri have raised alarms after multiple cancer cases were reported among students and staff at schools with cell towers either on campus or extremely close by. In some situations, towers were shut down or relocated, not because officials confirm a direct cause, but because public concern and pressure become impossible to ignore. Authorities continue to say there's no link, yet families are left wondering why these clusters keep appearing in the same kinds of places. And that's where the unease really sets in. If there's no evidence, well, why are investigations being requested? Why are towers being taken down at all? Is this just a coincidence or something we do not fully understand yet? I want to know what you think. Have you noticed cell towers near schools in your area? Does this feel like a genuine health risk or an unnecessary panic? Share your thoughts below. Someone recently shared some intriguing footage of a mysterious entity wiggling around in a thick, clear liquid in their bathtub. The creature was submerged in the viscous liquid, making it difficult to identify exactly what it might be. Its movements were peculiar, almost otherworldly, sparking both curiosity and a touch of unease. As you watch the footage, there's something undeniably off about it. The way the creature moves seems almost too fluid, too surreal, like something crafted with CGI. The bizarre undulations and lifelike motion make you question whether this is an elaborate digital trick or a genuine anomaly caught on camera. You watched the clip. What are your thoughts?
Go back, son. What? Go back a little bit, then zoom in so they can see it. All on the Ring camera detection. Now watch this, the next one. What the hell? Pause it on that.
So a man and his wife noticed this bright light outside their home, but only lasted a split second. It was more like a flash and so short that they both started to doubt if they had indeed seen anything. But there's no way they both could have seen something that was not real, right? Well, that's exactly what they thought. They decided to investigate, and the first thing they looked at was footage from their Ring camera. That's the clip you have been seeing on your screen for the past few seconds. If you pay attention, you'll notice that just around the time the light burst occurs, a strange object appears on top of their neighbor's house. Only for a few seconds, but then disappears. If I didn't know better, I would say that's a cloaked alien ship beaming someone or a group of individuals out of that house. It all happens so fast. But if my hypothesis is correct, this is alien tech we are dealing with here. It's certainly possible, either that or that's some convincing fake right there. But then again, you guys tell me what you think. I'll be reading the comments.
Look how big this thing is.
Yo.
While taking a walk by a pond, an observer noticed a peculiar creature. Its head and mouth were sticking out of the water with a pair of eyes that occasionally blinked. Now take a look at the rest of its body. It resembles a turtle, but the head looks more like a crocodile. It's like a hybrid of both animals. There are other fish swimming behind it, which is unusual because if this was a wild predator, you wouldn't expect other fish to be so close. Yet it just remains still with only part of its head above water. I know I was just giving you a quiz, but what do you think this could be? I know there are some of us here who laugh at the idea of aliens, but what would you do if you suddenly looked out of your plane window one day and saw this? Yeah, this was allegedly filmed by a passenger on a plane mid-flight. The individual was apparently enjoying the scene when he or she noticed something otherworldly in the sky. The individual tried squinting to make out what the strange object was. It turns out he didn't have to do so for long, since it didn't take too long for the object to move in the direction of the plane. At first, I thought it was a saucer. Then I started to think I was looking at a living creature with tentacles or something similar. What do you see? Also, do you think this could be a sign that they are already here and just waiting for the right time to invade? During an evening family party, the camera captured a joyful scene with everyone focused on a toddler being held by a man, likely the father. The room was filled with laughter and smiles, but something eerie lurks in the background. If you look closely behind the door, there appears to be a pale face staring intently at the festivities. Strangely, no one noticed this unsettling figure at the time. It was only upon reviewing the footage later that they saw it. The identity of this face remains a mystery. The thought of an unknown presence at such a joyful gathering sends chills down the spine, especially mine. What do you guys think is going on here? Is there a logical explanation, or could this be something more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Someone visited a graveyard recently and witnessed something quite eerie. On one of the graves, there were two bouquets. As the wind blew gently, the flowers seemed to dance slightly, but then out of nowhere, one of the bouquets began to spin on the grave. Graveyards are already unsettling places filled with an air of mystery and the supernatural. The sight of the bouquet spinning certainly did little to help the creepiness associated with the place. It's hard to believe it was just the wind causing this unusual movement. Could it be a natural phenomenon, or is there something more supernatural at play here? Perhaps it was a sign, a message from beyond, or simply an unexplained occurrence. What do you think could have caused the bouquet to spin? Let us know your genius ideas and explanations in the comments section. How do you feel about gray aliens? I know they freak people out and give them the heebie-jeebies. Take a look at this clip. This was recorded by an anonymous individual on his property. He saw something move on his roof, took out his phone to record, and that's when it became apparent that he was not dealing with an ordinary creature. Looking at the body shape, eyes, and maybe movement, it's giving vibes of an alien adventurer or scout. Not sure why aliens would be on his property or how he navigated the whole thing, but it would have been an interesting experience. Like I said, I know people don't like gray aliens, but personally I find them intriguing. If you watched our previous video where we discussed the possibility of them being humans from the future, you would find them interesting too. Anyway, do you think this is real or does it look doctored to you? Let us know in the comments section below. A man was out in the woods after a snowstorm when he started to hear this strange sound. Listen closely. Yes, that loud grunt-like howl echoing through the forest. Residents in the area believe that this is the call of Bigfoot. The legend of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, has been a part of North American folklore for decades. Descriptions often depict a large, hairy, ape-like creature that inhabits remote forests, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. Sightings are frequently accompanied by reports of mysterious sounds, such as the one captured in this footage. Skeptics argue that these sounds could be attributed to various known animals like wolves, coyotes, or even owls. However, the unique quality of this particular howl sets it apart. It's deeper and more guttural, resonating with a primal intensity that seems different from typical wildlife calls. Local residents who lived in the area for years often share stories of unexplained sightings and sounds, adding to the mystique. Some recount seeing large, shadowy figures moving through the trees, while others speak of finding enormous footprints in the snow, far larger than any human or known animal could make. What are your thoughts? While venturing deep into the heart of the jungle, someone stumbled upon a peculiar tree branch. Coiled around it was a strange wiggling creature, constantly moving and tangling itself around the bark. Once you pay attention, however, you realize it's a snake. Its colors matches the tree so perfectly that you can easily overlook it. The creature's camouflage was so flawless that its serpentine form blended seamlessly with the branch. However, its head was hidden within the intricate loops and coils it formed, making it impossible to identify what kind of snake it might be. Does anyone know what kind of snake this is? Is it a rare species or something entirely new to science? Kindly educate us in the comments section. Food is an essential part of our lives, but sometimes it feels like it could be the end of us. A woman went to Whole Foods to buy blueberries. After washing them in the sink and eating some, she came back and found a single blueberry still in the sink. When she picked it up, she realized it was actually a rubber blueberry, but that's not all. Many people have reported finding plastic bananas, celery, and other fake items mixed in with their groceries. How and why is this happening, and is it always one item? There are some theorists. Some think the food manufacturers are up to something. Others think some workers are stealing some of the fruits and replacing them with cheap plastics. Whatever the excuse may be, what do you think could happen if someone ate one without realizing it? It's a concerning issue, especially considering the potential health risks. If someone unknowingly eats a rubber blueberry or a plastic banana, it could end up badly in the short term and horribly in the long term, from choking hazards to poisoning and cancer. Let's be vigilant out there, okay? Every country has unique cultures and traditions that might seem bizarre to an outsider. Here's one that might leave you feeling a little squeamish. In this footage, a man is seen shaking large trays and hundreds of cockroaches come tumbling down to the floor. Tray after tray, he continues the process until the ground is crawling with these insects. Now, before you react with horror, let me explain what's going on. This man isn't just casually collecting cockroaches for any reason, he's actually harvesting them. Yeah, you heard that right. These cockroaches are bred intentionally and hold significant value in traditional Chinese medicine. They're processed and used in treatments for various ailments, from stomach issues to skin problems. Some even say that cockroach extract is used in modern medical products for healing wounds and tissue repair. While it may seem shocking or even revolting to many of us, for those within this culture, cockroach farming is a serious business. In fact, it's so lucrative that some farmers have made it their primary livelihood, and the demand continues to grow. What do you think about this practice? Could you ever see yourself embracing something like this if it were part of your culture? This next one is a sad one. The man you see on this clip got a message on his phone about an unknown voice coming from one of the rooms. He then heads there to see what's going on, and it sounds like the voice of a little girl. Why is this heartbreaking, you ask? Well, it's simple. He lost his daughter some months earlier due to a short illness. Could this be the spirit of his daughter calling out to him? Or is there a demonic spirit making fun of him? Let's hear your thoughts. Have you heard about this? San Francisco has opened its first $5.5 million free food market. This innovative facility allows eligible residents to use a benefits card to select items, check out to track inventory, and leave without paying. Located in Bayview Hunters Point, this market aims to provide a dignified alternative to traditional food pantries by replicating the supermarket experience. In an area where many grocery stores have struggled to remain open due to high crime rates, this free food market is a game changer. It ensures that residents have access to fresh, healthy food in a setting that respects their autonomy and dignity. The facility is designed to meet the community's needs while maintaining an organized and efficient system for inventory tracking. This initiative not only addresses food insecurity, but also fosters a sense of normalcy and respect for those in need. It represents a forward-thinking approach to community support and could serve as a model for other cities facing similar challenges. What are your thoughts on this innovative approach to combating food insecurity? Do you think it's great, or do you think that there could be a better approach? Let us know in the comments section. I believe this creature right here is the closest we can get to a real-life fairy tale. It's a mesmerizing pink being that looks strikingly like a delicate flower. Someone stumbled upon it and, enchanted by its floral appearance, picked it up only to discover they were holding a living insect. The creature is so magical and otherworldly you'd think it was fake, but it's very much real. This enchanting marvel is called the orchid mantis. With its petal-like limbs and vibrant coloration, it perfectly mimics an orchid blossom, making it both a master of disguise and a wonder of nature. Its ethereal beauty and almost fantastical appearance make it a true marvel, bridging the gap between the mythical and the real. Such a beauty. Snakes are already considered some of the most dangerous creatures in the wild, but imagine a snake with 2 heads. Now that's truly trouble. A man stumbled upon something truly incredible. This two-headed snake slithered across the ground. The snake's body starts out as one, but halfway down it splits into 2 fully formed heads. In nature, occurrences like this are rare but not entirely unheard of. This phenomenon, known as bicephaly, happens due to 2 abnormalities during development, similar to how conjoined twins are formed in humans. It's been seen in other animals too, like turtles and lizards. However, cultural interpretations of 2-headed creatures vary widely. In some cultures, they're seen as bad omens believed to bring misfortune. In others, they're regarded as symbols of good luck or divine intervention. So what do you think? Is this a fascinating quirk of nature, or does it carry a deeper, more mystical meaning? This was captured in Guatemala, Mexico. What do you think it is? I mean, it does look like a flying craft in the skies, but its shape and the way its lights are spread is unlike any craft we're used to seeing on this planet. This leaves us with more questions than answers. What exactly is this thing, and why is it moving through the skies of Guatemala? The paranormal community believes this is a normal in Mexico. Not sure if you know this, but many consider Mexico a hotspot for alien encounters, and this clip only proves them right. They believe this is a saucer whose cloaking mechanism may have failed or malfunctioned. I'm not too sure about that though, but hey, what do I know? There's a reptilian race believed to be living amongst us in plain sight. They're believed to have made their way to Earth and disguised themselves as humans. Despite their convincing disguise and ability to look like us, they fail to mimic us completely and have strange body parts that give them away. Take a look at these girls in the clips. These girls look normal until they pull out their tongues, and look at that. They have extremely long tongues that could touch their chests without them bending their necks, and yet their tongues fit right back inside their mouths. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get it. After their clips went viral, people started to believe that they might not be human, while others said they were reptilians. I mean, I want to call them reptilian people, even though there's not enough information to go on. While I love me some good conspiracies, I can't help but feel my love for conspiracies might be making me biased. What do you guys think though? Could we really be dealing with an alien situation, or are these girls just normal humans born with extremely long tongues? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Believe me when I say this next one is a strange one. So now that you guys have seen it, what do you think we're dealing with? The one who uploaded the clip found it in his water butt, and no, it's not what you're thinking. A water butt is a large container for collecting or storing a liquid such as rainwater. As we can see, the creature is tiny, transparent, and jelly-like that looks like it has an elephant trunk. I tried to find out what it could be, but there was no clue whatsoever. Perhaps you guys can help. I'll be reading the comments. Still on aliens, someone uploaded this clip on one of our paranormal platforms, claiming it might be an alien creature. Looking at it, it looks the part, but is it legit though? I'll let you decide that. So I was there when Aaron told me he had got a clip that was going to blow my mind. It was a river on fire. Now take a look. Now that does look like a river on fire, right? Something like a scene from hell. Well, more like this shows that hell is possible. But what explanation is there for this? I did some research and it turns out not everything you see on the internet that you don't understand is AI. It turns out this is possible due to a phenomenon where methane gas produced by the decomposition of organic material in riverbeds or wetlands escapes and ignites, causing flames to appear on the water's surface. This can happen naturally or due to human activities like drilling, which can release trapped methane. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, and its release contributes to climate change. When it escapes from water bodies, it can create visually striking, without often hazardous, river fire events. These incidents highlight the complex interactions between natural ecosystems and the impact of human activities on environmental processes. This was allegedly recorded in Kazakhstan. When people say AI is taking over, I think we shouldn't take it lightly. According to The Hollywood Reporter, a new streaming service called Showrunner is making its way to mainstream media. Showrunner allows users to create prompts and then watch AI-generated animated programs. This means that you can make your own shows, which could impact the viewership and success of traditional shows created by professionals. The rise of AI-generated content could have significant implications for the entertainment industry. Writers, animators, and other creative professionals invest a lot of time and effort into producing high-quality content. If AI-generated shows become popular, it might reduce the demand for traditionally produced shows, potentially affecting jobs and livelihoods in the industry. On the other hand, Showrunner could make content creation easy, allowing more people to bring their ideas to life without needing a big budget or professional skills.
Jay, Lena, is the laptop okay? No, Mom, but you are.
This might lead to a more diverse range of content and new opportunities for creativity. It's quite a sensitive topic, but how do you feel about this development?
And by the time you meet Popsicles had realized the reality of your creations, it was all too late, wasn't it? Humans became so good at consuming, we couldn't help but wonder what it'd be like to consume them. But don't worry, we found humans more valuable for their minds than for snacking, though history might have flavored things a bit differently.
You see it too, don't you? There's a tiny being walking through the grass. The clip ends with a shocked and surprised look from the lady present. I don't know about you, but that makes me think and believe that this has got to be real. But even if it is, what exactly is that creature? The first thing that comes to mind when looking at it is the Smurfs, but the Smurfs aren't real, right? Well, this clip proves otherwise. Aaron, our conspiracy theorist, was trying to explain to the team how this could be real, but our video editor mentioned that the color grading between the creature moving and the environment didn't match. In other words, this was an edited video. Julius agreed, and soon the words of our conspiracy theorist was treated as an error. The Smurfs, or creatures like that existing in our world, could be an interesting find, but it's hard to go against their logic and argument. What do you guys think? Is there a chance this could be real? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. We've spoken about portals and what have you on this channel and even shown you a few clips, but would you want to see one in action? That looks like an alien ship going through a portal, which then shuts as soon as the ship goes through. I would have loved a bit more context and information with this clip, like where it was taken and when, but I guess if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Julius isn't convinced about this, and Aaron hopes to get to the bottom of this. You've seen the clip. What do you think we're dealing with here? If you watched our last episode, you would have remembered we showed you clips of individuals wearing silicone faces that look very lifelike. Well, this next clip may just blow your mind. Take a look. Did you see that? No? Well, look at his ears. See it now? It looks like there's a silicone mask over the face of whoever is conducting the interview. I mean, I know as we get older, we develop wrinkles et al., but this does not look like that. Instead, it looks like we're looking at a live use of one of those silicone masks we saw in our last episode. Am I overthinking things, or do you guys see it too? Let me know in the comments section. Man was out one day when he came across a strange-looking bird.
Oh my God, bro, that's a whole dinosaur. I'm about to be rich. I need at least $1 million for this discovery.
This bird had an unusually long neck adorned with fluffy feathers sticking out from it and all over its head. Its wings looked droopy, and despite its small size, it seemed very hostile. It resembled some sort of ancient exotic bird. The peculiar appearance of this bird is truly captivating. Its long neck and unique feather arrangement give it an almost prehistoric look, as if it were a creature from a different era. Its hostile demeanor makes me wonder what kind of bird this could be. Do you have any idea what this could be? Is it an exotic species, a rare bird, or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments section.
Wait, hey! That's why y'all dumbasses think.
If you thought that was odd, wait till you see the next one. Someone captured this during a bad weather, and it looks like some sort of anomaly in the sky rolling away. But what's more alarming is the bright orb in the middle. The way the clouds are moving with the reddish glow at the center prevents this from looking like a natural phenomenon. How many natural phenomena do you know that looks like that? None. It's almost like a scene from a sci-fi thriller. To make this even more eerie, as soon as the strange cloud formation rolls away, lightning takes over with a deafening thunderclap. What's more, the red glow in the middle looks too defined to be a mere trick of light, and the immediate onset of lightning and thunder makes the whole scene even more dramatic. Some, however, suspect this is nothing more than a blue beam project. Now that you guys have seen this, what do you think?
Nah, ngiru na.
This woman, who is currently pregnant, started hearing strange noises outside her house in the middle of the night. Concerned, she decided to set up a camera and record herself to see if she could figure out what was going on. The footage she captured is deeply unsettling. In this clip, she's suddenly woken up by a disturbing sound coming from outside. The noises are a mix of low animalistic growls, followed by eerie screeching and even howling that doesn't quite sound like any animal she's familiar with. The woman never dared to step outside. Instead, she stayed indoors waiting for the noises to stop. Now here's where it gets even creepier. Some believe these sounds are made by a malevolent creature, once said to mimic noises in order to lure pregnant women out of their homes. The legend goes that it preys on them, harming both the woman and her unborn child. Have you ever heard of such a creature, or has anyone actually encountered something like this?
Nah, ngiru na.
Mira. ¿Cómo me suelta, culiao? ¿Ah? Hey. Mírase sola, mírase por acá, weón. Huh?
Two friends were out one night biking through the woods. Both had helmets with GoPro cameras to record their ride. Everything seemed normal until the man riding in the back captured something unsettling. As they rode along the trail, his camera picked up the figure of a person standing quietly by the side of the road. He didn't think much of it at first, casually saying hi to her as he passed. But the moment he went by, something changed. Without fully understanding why, he suddenly felt an overwhelming sense of fear. He then called out to his friend ahead, telling him how unsettled he was about the encounter. They both agreed it was unusual for someone, talk less, a young lady to be out in the woods at the same time. Sure, it could just be a random woman out in a trail just like them, but the timing, the stillness, and the immediate wave of fear after the encounter made it hard to not wonder if there wasn't more to it. Could this have been a ghostly encounter, or was it simply an eerie coincidence?
Mira. ¿Qué me chuta, culiao? ¿Ah? Hey. Mírase sola, mírase por acá, weón. ¿Ah?
Final Spark, a new and innovative company from Switzerland, has created a groundbreaking technology called Neuroplatform. This new system is like a living computer, using 16 tiny brains made from human tissue. It represents a big leap forward in artificial intelligence and computing. Neuroplatform is designed to make AI research much more efficient. Unlike regular computer processors, these tiny brains use far less energy. This means Neuroplatform can perform complex tasks without consuming as much power, making it a more environmentally friendly option. The impact on our planet could be significant. By using less energy, Neuroplatform can help reduce carbon emissions, contributing to a cleaner and greener future. Since Neuroplatform processes information similarly to the human brain, it could lead to smarter and more adaptable AI systems. Fascinating, don't you think? Construction workers often encounter strange and unexpected things while excavating land with their machines. Here's a particularly eerie find from one such dig. While using an excavator, the machine struck something solid. Curious, the workers went down to investigate, and this is what they discovered: a wooden box that resembles a coffin partially buried and stuck in the ground. The lid is slightly ajar, but the contents are obscured by sand and hardened mud, making it impossible to see what's inside. It's a chilling sight, stirring the imagination with thoughts of what could be within. What do you think could be in that box? In the video, the sky is entirely covered in thick, vibrant pink clouds. The color isn't subtle, it's intense, as if the clouds were. The woman who posted the footage seemed just as stunned, asking viewers if anyone could explain what was happening. No one seems to know if it was a natural phenomenon, weather condition, pollution, or even something more mysterious. We shared a similar clip recently, and to have it come up again so soon has got us wondering, is this a new norm? Have you ever seen anything like this before? What do you think could explain such a bizarre and beautiful scene?
Este es el cielo ahora mismo aquí en Paimorta. Nunca había visto yo un cielo igual.
And nobody's saying.
Those are the angels.
This footage comes from San Diego. There are two separate clips that depict an unusual phenomenon in the sky. The first clip shows four bright lights moving independently, almost like small comets, but instead of falling, as you'd expect with meteors, they hover and glide across the sky. One woman says that they are angels. The second clip is another perspective, showing the same four lights emerging from the sky, possibly prior to the events of the first clip. Many are inclined toward the spiritual in support of the woman's assertion that they're angels. On the other hand, skeptics suggest these lights could be drones, flares, or a yet unknown natural phenomenon. What do you think?
Sarah, get out here!
A few years ago, a video from Japan went viral. It showed a beam of light stretching from the sky to the earth, lighting up the entire night. The light lasted for a while, growing brighter and brighter until the video abruptly ended. When this footage was shared, it sparked a massive online frenzy, with countless people speculating about what it could be. You can imagine the wild conspiracies that emerged. Some people thought it was a sign of aliens, others linked it to Project Bluebeam, a supposed secret government operation, and many more ideas were thrown around. However, one member of the paranormal community pointed out that the truth behind the video was much simpler. According to this insider, the footage was edited and the person responsible had admitted to the fabrication. Despite the clarification, the video had already caught attention. What do you think, though? Do you believe the explanation, or do you think there might be more to the story? As always, share your thoughts in the comments section. How can today's episode be complete without multiple UFO clips in it? This footage was shared on the internet without any info about its location. The person filming was walking home one night when he noticed something flying above one of the houses in the neighborhood. It was a craft, and the lights on the craft defined its round shape. It looked like this craft was landing on the house. Considering the size, this looks too big to be some type of drone, and the hovering motion and silent operation seem beyond current drone technology. Some viewers speculated it might be an experimental military craft, while others firmly believed it was extraterrestrial. If you would have an open mind, you would realize this isn't too different from what we saw earlier. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Do you think these clips are related? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section.
Hello. My name is Thomas, and this is Navid. We are inventors in the Lemelson MIT Student Prize competition.
Students from MIT created these incredible gloves designed to transform sign language into spoken English. Here's how it works. The person signing wears the gloves, which are connected to a computer. Whatever sentence they sign is translated and then spoken out loud by the system. It's one of those inventions that actually makes so much sense and could have a huge impact. Just think about it. This could break down communication barriers for millions of people who use sign language as their primary means of communication. In situations where a translator isn't available, these gloves could be a game changer. Imagine the possibilities in classrooms, public service hospitals, or even casual conversations. These gloves could provide a seamless bridge between sign language users that don't understand it. It's not just a technological advancement, it's a step toward a more accessible and connected world. Wouldn't you agree? More of these, please.
Vendors in the Lemelson MIT Student Prize competition.
What would you do if your friend disappeared right in front of you during a bike ride? Confused? Well, this is what I mean.
Hey, we'll stop right up here.
All right, sounds good. Whoa! Jeremy? Jeremy! Jeremy! Jeremy!
These two guys were out on a bike ride on what looked like a mountain. The young behind, who also doubles as the one filming, starts looking around and enjoying the scene. After a second or two, he looks in front of his friend, who we will discover is called Jeremy, is gone. I mean, he just disappeared, leaving his bike, which evidently came to a standstill. In the clip, we see the second rider called out to his friend, and that's just about till the clip ends. Was this a glitch in the Matrix? Many seem to think so. They believe Jeremy may have glitched into another reality or timeline, but is this really the case? Well, some disagree. They think that this has definitely got to be CGI. They believe the clip was edited to deceive the masses. You've seen the clip, you saw the moment he disappeared just like we did. Do you think this is really a glitch, or was the clip edited to look like it was? Share your thoughts in the comments section.
Whoa! Jeremy? Jeremy! Jeremy!
A woman walked up to her sink to wash her hands, and what she encountered was simply startling. There, nestled in the sink, was an animal with its eyes peeking out. At first glance, it looked like it could be a snake or a frog. Given that sinks are connected to sewers where all sorts of creatures lurk, this mysterious visitor could be anything. Imagine the surprise and unease of finding an unexpected guest emerging from the plumbing. The sewers are home to a wide array of animals, from frogs to snakes and even rats. Our plumbing is usually engineered in a way to prevent these things from making their way to the pipes, but there are times when we are surprised, like Our Lady in the clip. What do you think what she encountered could be? A harmless frog seeking refuge, or something more sinister lurking in the depths of the sewer system? Share your thoughts and theories. At Logan Canyon in Utah, some people captured footage of what they believed might be a Bigfoot. The creature appeared dark, probably due to its fur, and was both huge and muscular. To validate their claim, they made another recording from the same distance and location, this time featuring a 6-foot-tall man weighing about 220 pounds. When comparing both footage, it was evident that the creature was significantly larger and taller than the man. The footage has stirred quite a bit of excitement among Bigfoot enthusiasts and researchers. The creature's massive build and the fluidity of its movements seem to surpass what one might expect from a person in a costume. Moreover, the environment of Logan Canyon, with its dense forests and remote areas, is often cited as ideal Bigfoot territory. It's quite fascinating to see how close we might be to uncovering the existence of these elusive creatures. The debate about Bigfoot's existence has been ongoing for decades, and footage like this adds fuel to the fire. Skeptics, however, might argue it's a hoax or a misidentification, while believers see it as more evidence of Bigfoot's reality. What are your thoughts on the footage, Bigfoot or not? Looks magical, doesn't it? My first thought when I saw this was, this must be nice. I felt like whoever recorded this must be living in some kind of fairy tale dream from when I was a child. That was at least the case until I looked in the comments section. There were some individuals from war-torn areas who could swear on their lives that this was definitely white phosphorus. When I came across the term, I didn't know what it was until I Googled it. Apparently, white phosphorus is a highly reactive toxic substance that appears as a waxy white solid and can spontaneously ignite in the air, causing severe burns and health risks upon exposure. It's used in military applications for creating smokescreens and incendiary devices, and in what the chemical industry is producing phosphoric acid and phosphates. Due to its toxicity and environmental persistence, it must be handled with extreme care, stored underwater or in an inert atmosphere, and regulated strictly to prevent harm to humans and ecosystems. So basically, it's supposed to be associated with bombs and explosives. I refuse to believe that's what's going on here, but then again, the world can be a cruel place. Julius thinks the magical part of this clip is animated, while other team members are a bit saddened by this discovery. Any experts on the subject here? Is this really white phosphorus? If it is, are those who are recording the clip going to be alright? Please let us know. We've talked about Mars missions and the pioneers of space exploration on this channel, but did you know there's a wild coincidence involving Elon Musk in a 1953 book by Wernher von Braun? Hold on to your seats.
When can we expect the first humans to set foot on Mars?
Best case is about 5 years, worst case 10 years.
So in 1953, von Braun wrote a book called Project Mars. In this book, he envisions a mission to the Red Planet led by a man named Elon who establishes a Martian government. Sounds eerily familiar, right? Fast forward to today, and Elon Musk has a plan to send 1 million people to Mars by 2050 and start a colony. Do you think the writers of the past could see the future? Well, Julius isn't convinced about the significance of this coincidence, but Aaron believes it and is getting ready to do a big documentary. What do you think? Are we looking at a mere coincidence, or is there something more to this cosmic alignment?
When can we expect the first humans to set foot on Mars?
Best case is about 5 years, worst case 10 years.
Back in 2018 in the UK, someone captured footage of strange pinkish orbs floating in the night sky. These mysterious lights drifted away, leaving onlookers baffled and intrigued. Then in 2021, the same glowing orbs were seen again, this time in Spain, prompting even more speculation. These orbs can't be fireflies, as they're much larger and higher up in the sky. Witnesses described them as eerily beautiful and otherworldly. I know that sounds conflicting, but that's the same vibe I get watching them. The reappearance of these orbs in different locations years apart raises many questions. There's some form of advanced technology, natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, or perhaps something even more extraordinary. I have my thoughts, but share yours on the subject. Can someone explain to me what in the aquatic world could be going on here? A pet fish owner went to drain the water out of the fish tank while the fish was inside. As he opened the valve for the water to drain out, something bizarre happened. The water started going down, but the fish remained at the top of the tank swimming in the air. When I saw this, it looked very trippy. I mean, this is not possible. It's as if the fish is defying the laws of physics. Could this be some kind of optical illusion or trick? Maybe there's an invisible layer of water that's keeping the fish suspended, but that doesn't make any sense either. Or could it be some clever video editing trick that's making it look like the fish is floating in mid-air? Whatever the explanation, it's definitely one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. This was the original thing I wrote until Julius came out of nowhere, looked at the clip, laughed, and said double tank. If anyone understands what's going on or what he said, please explain in the comments section. This strange video was captured in June 2024. It shows something truly strange and unexplainable. A woman whose backyard opens up to a dense woodland area, recording an eerie sight that has left many wondering about its origin. From deep within the woods, a mysterious light could be seen flashing among the trees. Unlike the usual flicker of flames from a fire, this light glowed a peculiar orange hue. What made it even more unsettling was its shape. It appeared as a half arc. Not to sound like the science nerd, but these are the kinds of faces and heads you'd expect with high-tech mechs. There's also the possibility of it being a UFO. I mean, look at it. The individual recording refused to get closer and went indoors after recording this. If we are being sincere, I understand them, but what do you think? Could this be evidence of something extraordinary like a UFO crash landing in the woods? Or is there a more down-to-earth explanation for this, like a malfunctioning power line or some heavy-duty equipment? Let's hear your thoughts.
Se quedó quieto, no se mueve. En un solo punto. ¿Será un ovni?
A resident in Concordia shared some intriguing footage online. The video shows a disc-shaped UFO hovering in the sky. What's strange is that it wasn't moving at all, it just hung there completely static. The sighting has sparked a wave of speculation. Some believe it's undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life, while others argue it could be seen as some sort of advanced military technology. Of course, skeptics claim it might just be a cleverly executed hoax or drone with unusual modifications. What do you think it is?
Se quedó quieto, no se mueve. En un solo punto. ¿Será un ovni?
If you thought that was bizarre, then nothing can prepare you for what's coming. Take a look. Yes, I know that's eerie looking, but that's actually a delicacy enjoyed by many Indonesians. I was worried and thought that this could lead to some disease or worse, death. I decided to do some research, and you wouldn't believe what I saw. No, people aren't turning into aliens, and neither are they going to become zombies by eating this. What you're seeing on your screen is called Tembaluk, scientifically known as Bactinophorus thoracites. Tembaluk is a unique wood-boring mollusk often found in the brackish waters of Indonesia. Despite its worm-like appearance, Tembaluk is actually a type of mollusk that inhabits and feeds on rotten wood or tree trunks submerged in water. This creature has a significant ecological role, but it's also infamous for being a pest to wooden structures like boats and piers. Locally, Tembaluk is valued not just for its ecological role, but also as a traditional food source. It's often consumed raw or cooked in various dishes, offering a unique chewy texture and a flavor reminiscent of clams. Nutritionally, Tembaluk is a powerhouse, packed with proteins, essential amino acids, omega-3 fatty acids, and various vitamins and minerals. These nutritional benefits contribute to its reputation as a health-boosting food, traditionally believed to aid in conditions like depression, heart health, and even as a remedy for malaria in Papua. It's also thought to boost stamina and serve as a natural dietary supplement. So while it might not look like it, it turns out that this is actually really good for you. One question remains, though. Would you eat it? The beauty of nature in its diversity, and the good news is that humans have the diversity too. I mean, we're part of nature, so we can't really dispute that. This is manifested in humans, with some having unique or unusual body parts. Look at this man. He has a bald head, and he pulls all the skin on his head from both sides into the center, creating a vertical line of raised skin. This isn't a magic trick or an illusion. This man has a rare condition called cutis verticis gyrata. Cutis verticis gyrata causes the skin on the scalp to form folds and furrows resembling the ridges of the brain. It's a fascinating yet uncommon condition, and seeing it in action is quite striking. This condition can be congenital or acquired, and while it doesn't usually cause pain, it can lead to hygiene issues if not properly managed. Despite its unusual appearance, cutis verticis gyrata is just another reminder of the incredible diversity of the human body. Fascinating, don't you agree? One of the most dangerous creatures in the sea is, without a doubt, the shark. Now imagine you're deep underwater when suddenly a shark emerges from behind you. This exact scenario happened to a diver who was swimming in the deep sea. Out of nowhere, a shark approached him and, with its powerful jaws, grabbed onto the diver's oxygen tank. It even shook him slightly, almost as if testing its grip. At this point, you'd expect the worst, but surprisingly, the shark released him and swam away, almost like he was playing a prank on the diver. This man must have been shaken to his core, but he's incredibly lucky. Imagine having a close encounter like this and living to tell the tale. Definitely want to share with his kids someday. Remember the footage we saw earlier of a ghostly figure crouched down over two eerily calm dogs? Well, here's a similar situation, but this time the dogs' reactions were anything but friendly. A couple woke up one morning feeling exhausted. Their dogs had been barking furiously all night, keeping them awake and on edge. They rushed to check the security footage from their compound to figure out what had caused the commotion. What they saw left them utterly stunned. The footage revealed a strange figure. It was a naked person walking through their compound. But something about this person was deeply unnatural. The dogs were trailing him, barking loudly and aggressively, clearly distressed. Yet the man was not entirely human. His form appeared transparent, flickering in and out of view as though he were glitching in and out of reality. The couple couldn't make sense of what they had witnessed. They uploaded it online and some argued it was a spirit. Others thought it was a glitch in the footage because it was nighttime. Cameras struggle to capture such clips. You've seen the video yourself, so what do you also think? Still on strange fruits, take a look at this next clip for instance. Yes, that's a banana on the table with tentacles flailing in the air. I mean, look at it. It looks so convincingly real. While they are indeed very strange and questionable things that happen all the time, let's not forget that technology and AI are also constantly growing, making it easier to fake a lot of things. Julius, our in-house science whiz, is convinced that this is obviously CGI. I want to dispute the fact, but it's an undeniable fact that computer-generated images these days can be so real. They are so real that they blur the lines between reality and fiction. Now, what do you guys think? CGI or real? Let us know your thoughts and reason in the comments section. A clip from 1980 shows someone handling an iPhone. Yes, you heard that right, in 1980. Take a look at the bizarre footage. A journalist returned to Hiroshima to document the aftermath of the 1945 bombing. One of the strangest things he found was what appeared to be a smartphone, specifically an iPhone 13. The chilling part is that the iPhone 13 wasn't released until 2021. How did this man get a hold of such advanced technology decades earlier? In the footage, you can see the man holding the device and trying to look at his reflection, seemingly unaware that it was a phone. How is this possible? Could someone explain what's going on here? Did someone time travel, or was this technology available long before we thought it was? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Our next footage was taken from the dark side of the moon.
Found in the 3-mile-long ancient craft on the back dark side of our moon.
So what is the discussion in detail back in 1976 between you and Commander Rutledge about this extraordinarily beautiful Polynesian-looking preserved female in one of the cockpit chairs?
Neither of us could understand how could she possibly be that well preserved.
And what is it that you're looking at first?
Her skin was all intact, and she was wearing clothing, a dress of some sort, possibly a jumpsuit type of thing. And it seemed to be very much intact, no deterioration at all to speak of.
Researchers who visited the moon years ago discovered a peculiar and extraordinary sight. A spacecraft with a woman strapped into one of the chairs in the cockpit. She's a beautiful woman, unmistakably of African descent, and her body is remarkably well preserved. She has a distinct protrusion on her forehead. According to the reports, she was wearing a jumpsuit and initially had medals connected to her face in a manner that suggested they were linked to her brain, possibly to control the spacecraft. The medals were later removed, but their presence hints at a form of technology far more advanced than we have today, yet it appears ancient. This intriguing discovery has led to many speculations and theories about who she was and the civilization she belonged to. The researchers who found her have referred to her as the Black Mona Lisa of the Moon, owing to her enigmatic presence and the mystery surrounding her. I even felt shy to bring this up to Julius, but once I did, he only laughed. The laugh was so sarcastic it hurt my soul. You know what? Let's just move on to the next clip.
Neither of us could understand how could she possibly be that well preserved. Her skin was all intact, and she was wearing clothing, a dress of some sort, possibly a jumpsuit type of thing. And it seemed to be very much intact, no deterioration at all to speak of.
So I see this straw moving around. I'm just sitting here at the school, getting ready for class, and this straw is just moving back and forth, and I'm like, what the hell? There's a fucking ghost in here or what?
I've seen and shared a lot of strange things, but if anyone told me I was going to be showing you guys a clip of a straw moving by itself today, I would have laughed. But then again, here we are. This man was allegedly waiting for his kids at school when he noticed the straw moving around in the cup. He started recording and was wondering if it was a ghost. Personally, I find that funny. But do tell me something. Would you drink this after the straw stops moving around, or would you throw it out so the ghost can go drink it since it likes it so much? Let me know in the comment section. Who knows, I might just send one of you to test your resolve.
Getting ready for class, and this straw is just moving back and forth, and I'm like, what the hell? There's a fucking ghost in here or what?
I have seen animals do strange things, but this next clip is just on another level. A cow chewing on wires from a transformer? Well, that's a new one. We often hear about goats eating just about anything, but a cow? This is truly strange. Despite all the grass going around it, this cow chose to munch on a bunch of plastic and copper wires instead. It's a perplexing sight to say the least. By the look of things, it seems there's no power running through those wires, otherwise this cow would have long been a barbecue. That doesn't change the fact that it's a bizarre and somewhat alarming scene. What do you think could have driven this cow to chew on wires instead of the abundant grass? Is it just a peculiar behavior, or could there be something more to it? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Would really love to hear your take on this unusual event. Brazil is no exception to the strange phenomena that has been appearing in our skies all over the globe. Take a look at this clip that was sent in recently. The clip shows a glowing object that resembles an arch with a bright orb at the center that blinks with light. The entire structure glows, looking entirely unnatural in the sky. Members of the paranormal community where this was shared are torn on what this object could be. Some believe it's a drone, while others suggest it's an angel, as described in the Bible and ancient texts. Others think it might be a demon rather than an angel. However, skeptics argue that this is simply a hologram projection. What do you make of this mysterious sighting? Could it be a supernatural being, an advanced piece of technology, or just an elaborate hoax? Share your thoughts. Pay attention to the clip. How many horses do you see? 2, right? Well, let's watch for a few more seconds. Boom! There's a third horse. I'm sure you didn't see that coming, did you? Now, when the clip starts playing, we see the first 2 horses approach the one filming. We can see the background, and there aren't any horses. Yet, for some odd reason, once they get to the one filming, there's a third white directly behind the black. How? While Aaron believes it's a glitch, Julius thinks it's either a matter of perspective or the third horse was edited in. What do I personally think? Well, I'm thinking what you're thinking, so what are you thinking? Let us know in the comments section. A cat owner recently bought cat food and noticed something extraordinary. The cat on the package was the exact replica of his own cat. The same fur color and pattern, the same eye color, every detail matched perfectly. Now, I wouldn't call this a Matrix glitch, but it's definitely shocking and trippy. Think about it. Out of all the cats in the world, what are the odds that your cat is the exact copy of the one on the food package? Well, it's not impossible. It's still fascinating to see. This coincidence can make you feel like you're in a surreal, almost magical moment. It's a reminder of how many uncanny connections exist in the world, even in the most mundane things like buying cat food. While exploring the mysterious depths of the ocean, someone scooped up some truly bizarre creatures. At first glance, they resemble tiny starfish, but their distinctive features quickly set them apart. Their tentacles are thin and vivid red, giving them a striking appearance that looks more like flattened spiders with 5 legs. While you might be tempted to conclude they're alien, these fascinating beings are known as brittle stars. Unlike their more robust starfish cousins, brittle stars are delicate and almost ethereal. Their limbs twist and turn with an eerie fluidity, adding to their otherworldly charm. Brittle stars are a captivating reminder of the ocean's endless mysteries and the incredible diversity of life it harbors. This next footage was sent in by a subscriber. They captured a strange creature flying close to the camera, and they believed it could be a fairy. The creature flew by pretty fast, and when you zoom in, it does seem to have long legs, but that's about all you can make out. It's hard to say for sure what it is. Some might argue it's just a wasp or another type of insect, given the blurry quality and fast movement. But then again, who knows what mysterious creature might be out there that we haven't yet discovered? What do you think? Is this just a common insect, or could it really be a fairy? Here we have a curious piece of surveillance footage that has left viewers puzzled. In the video, a ghostly figure can be seen approaching 2 dogs outside. What happens next is fascinating. The figure crouches down as if to pet the dogs and lingers there for a few moments. What's more striking about this footage is the dog's behavior. Animals, especially dogs, are known for their heightened sensitivity to unseen entities. They often bark, growl, or react with visible fear when encountering something out of the ordinary. But in this case, the dogs remain calm, even appearing to engage with the figure as though there's someone familiar. So could this be the spirit of someone the dogs once knew, perhaps a former owner or caretaker? A passenger on a plane was filming the stunning sky outside when something extraordinary zipped past the camera. What they captured was a bright red sphere moving so fast it was almost a blur. It wasn't just hovering or floating, it zipped by in an instant. Now, I've seen a lot of UFO footage, but this one stands out. It's not the usual plasma-like object or saucer-shaped craft. This is something different, a perfectly round, glowing red sphere. Could this be a UFO, or is it something more explainable like a high-tech drone or an atmospheric anomaly? What do you think?
Está sin pila. Y empezó a funcionar cuando lo empecé a tocar. ¿Cierto?
A group of visitors at a cemetery went to honor their loved ones when they stumbled upon this. It's a toy horse on one of the memorials, and to their surprise, it was making galloping sounds and neighing. The man behind the camera picked up the toy and turned it over, only to discover it had no batteries inside. A toy functioning without batteries is eerie enough, but the fact that this happened in a cemetery makes it even more eerie. Could this be a case of a possessed object, perhaps influenced by the energy of the departed? While skeptics argue there's a logical explanation, the setting and circumstances make it hard to dismiss. What do you think?
Está sin pila. Y empezó a funcionar cuando lo empecé a tocar. ¿Cierto?
Let's take a look at this peculiar footage. A woman in China stepped out of her home one foggy morning and decided to film the misty surroundings. As she panned a camera across the sky, she caught something unusual. This bright patch in the cloudy sky. This wasn't just an ordinary clearing. The brightness appeared almost as if it was emanating from something hidden behind the clouds. The rest of the sky was overcast except for that strange glowing patch. Most people are saying that this could be evidence of something extraterrestrial. While strange occurrences in the sky are often associated with the US, it seems other parts of the world are experiencing their own mysteries. What say you? A man decided to explore an abandoned house. As he wandered through the dusty, decaying rooms, he stumbled upon something unusual in one of them. There was an animal-shaped figure, and its head was moving on its own. At first, he thought it was a live animal, but as he got closer, he realized it was just a toy. So he decided to investigate further. He even smacked the toy's head, causing it to dangle back and forth. But here's the creepy part. The toy wasn't designed to move on its own. There were no batteries, no wires, nothing to explain its movement. Could the toy be possessed? Some believe objects like this can become vessels for paranormal activity, especially in places with tragic or mysterious histories. Others think it could be simply a coincidence, maybe something mechanical we can't see is causing the movement. So what do you think? I've seen some strange, bizarre things, but I'm not sure where this fits. The clip introduces us to a woman who appears to be taking something from a hole in the ground. Once she succeeds, she stumbles backwards almost as though she was pushed. There doesn't appear to be anyone there with her aside from the person filming, which begs the question, who or what pushed her down? Some think there's a spirit there with them. Aaron notes that what she pulled out looks like a teddy or something along those lines. According to him, it's possibly a spirit that may be responsible. Others in the paranormal community think she may have just slipped or intentionally stumbled for the sake of content. Personally, I don't want to believe someone will punish themselves that much for a few likes, but, well, what do I know? Still on the strange sounds, a woman from Kansas shared this intriguing video. She'd gone into a barn when she noticed something unusual. The metal bars were vibrating as though something underground was causing the entire structure to shake. This incident draws an eerie parallel to the strange underground noises reported in Kentucky. Could these events be connected? Are there secret systems or tunnels being constructed below our feet? It's hard to say, but there are some who think that's the case. You've seen both clips, so what do you think?
That's a hiker.
No, it's not, bro. That's not a person.
That's way bigger than a hiker, bro.
Bro, that's not. Oh, it just disappeared. What the?
Just go, bro.
A group of friends noticed some unusual motion on a nearby mountain slope while hanging out at a home. Upon closer look, they saw what appeared to be a large humanoid figure walking steadily up the mountain. But just as they tried to make sense of it, the figure vanished into thin air. At first they assumed it was just a hiker making their way up the slope, but the sudden disappearance left them baffled. While the idea of something supernatural or otherworldly is intriguing, let's be honest, this footage screams fake. The vanishing act looks like it was edited. In fact, Julius walked in and said, "I know an Adobe edit when I see one." Either way, what do you think?
Person.
That's way bigger than a fucking hiker, bro.
Bro, that's not. Oh, it just disappeared. What the?
Just go, bro.
Nope.
And just like that, we're back to strange creatures once more. This creature allegedly washed up on shore and had residents confused. Some said it was a sea serpent, while others believe it was a baby leviathan. For those unfamiliar with it, Leviathan is a mythological sea monster mentioned in various ancient texts, most notably in the Bible, where it is described as a powerful and fearsome creature of the deep ocean. In the Hebrew Bible, particularly in the books of Job, Psalms, and Isaiah, the Leviathan is depicted as a giant sea serpent or dragon that embodies chaos and untamed nature. Over time, the concept of Leviathan has been adapted and expanded in literature and folklore, often symbolizing a formidable and destructive force. In some interpretations, the Leviathan is seen as an adversary to be conquered, while in others, it represents the vast, mysterious, and sometimes threatening aspects of the natural world. So capturing or coming across a dead baby Leviathan could have had great repercussions. I was getting ready to write a huge expose when Julius asked me to take a look at the guy in black. I was disappointed. It looks like the whole thing is an AI creation. But what do you guys think, though? You see why now, don't you? This looks like our favorite big guy. But the question on everyone's mind is it really him? If you look at the image long enough, though, you'll realize that there's no head present. Now, this bit had us scratching our heads because it's not something we typically see in Trailcam captures. We're not sure if it's a headless being or if the creature is simply looking down. We've considered the possibilities of it being a bear, but I don't think I know of any bear species with arms like that. Aaron has suggested it might be an image captured from a clip. Julius doesn't believe it's real and thinks it's a poorly edited image aimed at deceiving Bigfoot enthusiasts. You see the image, but what do you think? First of all, would you buy something like this? According to the seller, the chair is haunted, and as you can see, they're even willing to give it away for free. The chair isn't, however, the only thing we've seen being sold like this. At least the chair is free, the others are not. We've come across haunted dolls, demon-attached pendants, and even complete houses being sold and advertised as being haunted. As creepy as that sounds, we've been trying to establish a bit of truth. Can spirits really bind to objects? If they can, how? Some think it's through possession, whereas others feel it's emotional attachment from their past lives. Sometimes they die while holding onto the object they are said to possess. When it comes to houses, the general thinking is that they become stuck with it. You know how we mentioned souls that have been killed or lost their lives tragically in places and become troubled spirits there? Yeah, something like that. But then again, all these are theories. We don't actually have proof that that's the case. But what do you guys think, though? Is it something that's possible? A homeowner was at work when he received a notification about movement in his house. Checking the live feed, he saw a cat standing at the door. Now, here's the weird part. He doesn't own a cat and the house was fully locked, so he reviewed the footage and guess what? The cat literally appeared out of thin air. So clearly this is no ordinary cat. Cats have long been linked to the supernatural, often seen as protectors or omens, both good and bad. So could it be spiritual or just a hoax? As you ponder and try to get me an answer, allow me to show you this next clip that was sent in by a subscriber of the page. This was apparently recorded by a security camera in his home. In the short footage, we see a young lady, being, or a creature, with the face of a young girl moving around the area where the camera was set up. When you look closely at the timestamp, you can tell it was recorded at 4 a.m. That's enough to tell you that that's not a guest from a costume party passing by. Many who saw the clip believe a ghost visited him. What do you think? A dog owner came home to find something utterly surprising. His bitch Fries was standing on two legs and dancing. Yeah, you heard that right. Just look at how it moves its waist like a human. The dog stood there, balancing on its hind legs, swaying and twisting its body in ways that seem almost too coordinated for a canine. It was like watching a tiny, fluffy dancer showing off its best moves. It's not every day you see your pet dog breaking out into a dance routine, but there is something very eerie about this, perhaps a skinwalker, or am I just being ridiculous? But how? A subscriber shared this eerie footage, claiming it was captured during a late-night walk home. He spotted what he thought was a bunny on the other side of a fence across the street. So he pulled out his phone, turned on the flashlight, and began filming as the bunny started to run. But then, out of nowhere, this bunny suddenly lifted off the ground and flew into the darkness. Take a closer look again. Now, how is this even possible? A rabbit taking flight is unheard of, yet here it is, defying the laws of nature. What's your take on this one? This intriguing footage comes from a body cam recorded during a routine police stop at night. The man involved, identified as Joe Collian, was asked to perform a sobriety test, which later revealed he wasn't intoxicated but instead had a disability. However, this revelation isn't the most striking part of the video. In the background, something peculiar unfolds. In the darkness, a shadowy figure darts across the scene at an incredible speed. It's almost too quick to catch, but if you pause and focus, you can see it. A fleeting, humanoid form moving unnaturally fast. No one seems to know what it is, but one thing's for sure, it's not human. At least that's what the community thinks. What say you? It's been a while since we accused anything of being AI, but that might change today. Take a look at this. So what do you guys think? It looks like, I just realized I don't have words for what it looks like. Looking at it though, I'm pretty sure it's definitely AI, at least I think it is. The individual who uploaded it thinks it might be Venom, like the movie. I don't think it is though. My money is on AI. What about you? Speaking of spirits and witchcraft, what do you guys think of this? This clip comes from Anchorage, Alaska, and many who've seen it believe the object in question is nothing but a witch. While the object in the clip does fit modern-day descriptions of a witch on a broom, there are some who remain skeptical. They want to believe this is either editing or a wrongly misinterpreted sighting. There were individuals who commented under the post and stated they lived in the same place but never saw anything like this. Others also pointed out it could be a lost balloon belonging to a child. I mean, these points sound logical, but could they be the truth? Let's hear your thoughts on this one. Where were you on the 14th of January 2025? Scratch that. Were you somewhere you could observe the moon on that day? If the answer is no, then pay attention to these two clips. The first one was captured in Tennessee. While the moon looks beautiful in the clip, that's not where the focus is. There appears to be something beneath the moon. Pay attention, you should see it has a much brighter orange hue than the moon does.
There is something right under the moon. Okay, there, you see that? There is an object under the moon.
Oh my god, I think it's an astronaut!
Guys, that's not normal. I've never seen that before.
The individual recording is with his kids, and they can even be heard describing the thing beneath the moon as an astronaut. While that sounds interesting, I doubt we could see an astronaut near the moon with our naked eye. If you're tempted to dismiss the clip as one of those things, you might want to look at this second one from Mexico.
Banda, ¿alguien nos puede decir qué es ese puntito que está al lado de la luna? ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será? Ay.
Does it not look similar? With the Mexican clip, the object is further away, but it still looks the same. The fact that they were all captured on the same day doesn't make a case for this being true. If I'm being sincere, however, I never noticed anything different with my moon on the 14th, but that could just be me. Did any of you notice anything weird happening with the moon on the 14th? Can you share your experience?
Oh my god, I think it's an astronaut!
Guys, that's not normal. I've never seen that before.
What is this guy doing? He's just been standing there. There's nothing there to look at. What is he doing?
The simulation theory has indeed been a hot topic for years. While some see it as a far-fetched concept inspired by movies like The Matrix, others argue that the unexplained phenomena we see lends credibility to the idea. Take this intriguing footage, for example. A woman in a market notices a man walking by an empty shelf. What's strange is how engrossed he seemed, carefully scanning the row of empty shelves as if they were full of items only he could see. It's situations like this that make it hard to not believe that we are in a simulation because, well, how else could you explain this behavior?
He's just been standing there. There's nothing there to look at. What is he doing?
Next, we've got a security cam clip that captured something rather odd and eerie. The camera was installed on a property, but its angle extended over a fence, giving a clear view of the outside. That night, the security guard on duty was left stunned by what appeared on the footage. Moving silently through the frame was a huge humanoid shape. It was a smoke-like entity, the figure crouched low by the fence. Its movements were calculated as if it were trying to hide from something or perhaps someone. What makes this footage so remarkable is how distinct the entity is. It's not a blurry shadow or an easily dismissed trick of the light. You can see its form clearly, almost too clearly. So what is this entity? There are some people who think it's really cool to get up close and personal with animals or to let insects buzz around them, but hey, let's be honest, sometimes a little caution wouldn't hurt. This guy learned out the hard way. While filming himself on his phone, he got a little too comfortable with a bee that was flying near his face. At first, he seemed unfazed, even amused, but then the bee decided to take a detour straight onto his nose. That's when everything went downhill. The guy panicked, immediately dropping his phone as he frantically tried to get the insect out. It's safe to say his up-close natural moment didn't turn out the way he planned. Maybe next time, keep a safe distance or at least watch out for that curious bee. As the global waste crisis intensifies, innovative solutions are emerging to address the challenges of disposal and recycling. One such solution comes from Japan, where used diapers are being recycled to create toilet paper. While it may sound unconventional and even questionable at first, the process behind this initiative aims to ensure hygiene and sustainability. The diapers undergo thorough sanitation, shredding, and processing before being transformed into toilet rolls known as shibushi osaki rolls. The idea is to repurpose a challenging waste material into something useful, reducing landfill contributions and promoting eco-conscious practices. What are your thoughts, and would you try it? This peculiar image dates back to 2010 and was taken by a man in Vermont with his wife. Their home was near a sparsely populated wooded area. They had been hearing strange noises from the forest close to their property. Adding to the mystery, something had been eating their apples, so to find the culprit, he set up a trail camera by the apple tree, and this is the baffling result. The image is blurry and indistinct, making it hard to determine what exactly was caught on camera. However, some viewers have speculated that it might depict a mother Bigfoot with a young one clinging to her chest. While that's one of the more popular theories, others believe it could simply be an animal captured at an odd angle. Personally, I find it difficult to discern any clear details, but what do you say? Ever encountered a vampire? No? Then this is for you.
I'm a rideshare driver in New Orleans. So, of course, I encounter all types of people from all walks of life. So, one particular ride was very interesting.
So this driver picked up a woman who acted rather strange while in the vehicle. The lady started telling her how she loved her energy and what have you. Initially, she didn't think much about it until the woman touched her and she started to feel weird. She asked the woman what happened, and the lady told her that she just leached some of her energy. She told the lady that she was a vampire, just not one that drank blood. No, they feed off energy. The vampire then went on to tell her about vampires that survive off good energy, bad energy, sexual energy, and even blood. There were a tribe that lived in New Orleans, and the lady wiped some of her memory. The lady insists that it happened and something happened to her. She doesn't remember where she dropped the person off and lost 2 hours of her memory after the event. Now, people in the paranormal community have gone crazy with this story, and I can understand why. Some have insisted it was not a vampire, but a demonic encounter. What say you?
She touched my shoulder, and I felt like I just froze. And even as I'm talking to you right now, I can distinctly remember that feeling of feeling frozen.
Still on the unexplained, what do you think this is?
Masya Allah. Itu ikan apa duyung ya?
Looks like some sort of aquatic snake or eel. I've watched the clip over and over and over again without being able to explain what I'm seeing. I tried to do a little research, hoping to discover what this might be. Looking at the clip, I suspected this area was a swamp, so I went on to look for snake-like creatures that live in swamps. I discovered that in swamps, one can find large serpents such as green anacondas in South America and Burmese pythons, which are native to Southeast Asia but also found in the Florida Everglades. There are also African rock pythons in sub-Saharan Africa and various large water snakes like the northern water snake in North America. These serpents are adapted to the wet, dense environments of swamps and thrive by hunting a range of prey, including fish, birds, and mammals. Given the limited footage we have, I can't tell which of these creatures we saw could be. I mean, what's to say it's even one of these and not something otherworldly? Either way, this is valuable information I wouldn't have had if it wasn't that I was confused. What about you guys? Any information and ideas on what we could be dealing with? Let us know in the comments section.
Masya Allah. Itu ikan apa duyung ya?
Well, it's chilling to think that she might have crossed paths with a serial killer that night. Who knows, huh? Anyway, with that, we end today's episode. Thanks for staying with us. And with that, we end today's episode. Thank you for staying with us. Before you go, there are clips and videos you think we should have featured by now that we haven't. Well, the good news is you can share them with us and we'll post them crediting you. Please send any such footage, including ones you recorded yourself, to us via classifiedcaptures@gmail.com. We'll do our thing and include it in our next episode. We can't wait to receive what you have. Share this video with someone you love, and I'll see you in the next one. Classified Captures. Now do me a favor. Share this with everybody that you love. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.